So let's continue our discussion. So we were in the discussion of this layer architecture. Okay, OSI model, OSI layer architecture. So device A wants to send an email to device B, and various protocols are working in individual layers. Like the job of each and every layers are different. Okay, they are responsible for different sort of activities or different sort of tasks or different sort of jobs. Okay, like application layer is mainly used to represent the interface, is working like an interface in between the underlying layer architecture to the and to the devices or to the user who is working in front of the devices, is working like a layered architecture. Within this application layer, you will see the every type of GUI, graphical user interface, like your button, text box, the whatever architecture you will see. Okay, whatever GUI you will see, that will be represented by the application layer. And the protocols, some exciting and important protocols of the applications layer are HTTP and SMTP. I already discussed hypertext transfer protocol, and SMTP means simple mail transfer protocol. Okay, there are some other protocols also. Other protocols are there like POP3. Okay, but I'm not going to discuss all these protocols. Only two protocols name you should remember. That will be enough for you. Okay. Now in the presentation layer is mainly used to present the data as per the format. Okay, whatever format will be required. Okay, like it will compress the data. So data compression is happening at the presentation layer. Why data compression is happening at the presentation layer? Because the data will be transferred through the cable or wireless media or transmission media. So if the device or presentation layer can compress the data which you are going to send from sender device to receiver device, then it will take less amount of bandwidth or less amount of space or less amount of speed of the internet during the transmission through the transmission media. Okay, from sender to receiver. So that is the main job of presentation, like to present the data in a suitable form. Okay. Now session layer, the major job of the session layer is dialogue control. Dialogue control. Right now, just write it down. You don't need to remember. Don't need to understand what is dialogue control. Just remember it. Okay. Dialogue control. DIALOG control. Okay. Dialogue control. Now the fourth layer is a transport layer. Transport layer main job is to do the flow control. FLOW, flow control. Okay. And transport layer are mainly transporting the protocols. Okay. And network layers is actually working in case of host to host connection. Okay, host to host connection. Host to host means device to device connection. Okay, it's mainly responsible for device to device connection. The router is actually working inside the network layer. Please remember, your router is actually working inside the network layer. These are the symbols of the routers. Okay, this pink color ovals are the symbols of the routers, and this router is generally working under the network layer. Okay, not only router, one of your firewall, there are various types of firewall are available. One of kind of firewall which is called packet filter firewall, that we will learn how the packet filter firewall is working. And that firewall is working under the supervision of the network layer. Okay, moye thakbe, firewall and router, these are the two which actually working under the supervision of the network layer. Is it clear to everyone? Moye thakbe? Hello, is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
now the data link layer. Data link layer major job is to error control and error detection. Just write it down. The major job of data link layer is error control and error detection. That means while the sender sending a packet or sending a data packet or data segment from sender A to receiver B or device A to device B, so during the transmission there may be a problem of erroneous. That means some sort of error value may be added with the message, and which can distort the message, which can damage the message. So that damage can be controlled and can be maintained with the help of various schemes, with the help of various protocols. That I am not going to discuss about those schemes and protocols, but that will be maintained, or that will be that error control will be maintained, or error control will be handled by the layer called data link layer. Clear? So error control and error detection is mainly handled by data link layer. Please remember it. Transport layer is doing flow control, FLOW. How to control the flow of packets, data packets, that will be maintained by transport layer. Okay. Last one, the final one is the physical layer. Physical layer means the things which we are physically seeing during the network transmission, that is part of the physical layer. That means the wired cable or wireless cable. এই যে আগের দিন যে কেবল গুলো তোমাদের বললাম, coaxial cable, your fiber optics cable, your twisted pair cables, all you can see, physically see, which occupy some physical space, which you can physically touch. Okay, touch and feel. So this entire wiring or transmission media kind of process or transmission media kind of things will be handled under which layer? Physical layer. Okay, so these are the very minimum definitions of each and individual layers. বুঝতে পারলে? Do you understand everyone? কোনটা লিখতে পারোনি বা কোনটা বুঝতে পারোনি? You can tell me.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, please explain once the physical layer.
Physical layer is consisting of those physical elements which will help to transmit data from device A to device B. And the physical elements means the elements which you can see, which you can touch, which will occupy some space physically in this real world. So it generally contains or consists of various kind of transmission medium. Transmission medium, what are those transmission medium? Yesterday I discussed about the various kinds of transmission mediums, like coaxial cables, twisted pair cables, fiber optics cables, which are the cables which occupy some space. We know that data are transferring through that cable in terms of signals. Data are transferring through that cable in terms of electric signals. Okay, and not only those physical transmission medium, but wireless medium is also a part of this physical layer. So how we can handle, how this, what are the various kind of transmission medium and how the data flow will be handled within those transmission medium will be controlled inside the physical layer, will be supervised inside the physical layer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So at the receiver side, the just opposite thing is happened. So I'm not going to discuss the same thing again, because you understand from this example, later transmission example, that whatever layers or whatever task will happen at the sender side, the receiver side, the reverse way the task will flow. In the just the reverse way. Okay, higher layers, middle layers, lower layers at the sender side. At the receiver side, it will start from lower layers, middle layers, and then higher layers. The same concept will be applicable for this OSI model. Okay, so this is all about your network models. Arekta ache TCP/IP model, but I am not interested to discuss about a TCP/IP model right now. Okay, just you have to know the name of this model, TCP/IP. কিভাবে লেখা হয় সেটা আমি তোমাদের বলছি। এই যে, this is a TCP/IP model. এইভাবে লেখা হয় TCP/IP protocol suite or TCP/IP model. That is the most latest model. Okay, which will be more popular and most widely used nowadays. OSI model is almost obsolete nowadays. Okay, but OSI model is a starting model, so you have to know the basics of the OSI model, because on the base of the OSI model, the TCP/IP model architecture will be based on. Okay, will be designed. Okay, so these are the TCP/IP model, and each and every TCP/IP model have only this 4 layers. এই চারটে লেয়ার থাকে TCP/IP মডেলে, দেখেন নিচে চারটে লেয়ার দেওয়া আছে। These 4 layers will be part of the TCP/IP model. প্রথম লেয়ারটা কি হবে, এটা ঠিক অপোজিট, মানে রিসিভার সাইডে দেওয়া আছে। The layer should be started always from application layer, then transport layer, then network layer, and the last layer is physical and data link layers. These are the 4 layers at the TCP/IP protocol suite or TCP/IP network model. Okay, so that's all for you to know. Okay, regarding TCP/IP and OSI. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So without this
Yes.
model, without these models, you are never ever be able to transfer data through a computer network. তোমরা অনেক হয়তো ভাবছো, স্যার আমরা একটা ইমেল করলে এই মডেলগুলো আমরা কোথায় দেখতে পাই? It's a very common question. When you are sending an email from your device to your friend's device, then where you are getting all this model, where you are seeing all this model? Obviously, this model cannot be seen. In among all this model, you are only connected with the two model যেটা আমরা দেখতে পাই. One is application model or application layer, and another one is physical layer. এই দুটো layer we can see. We can, while we are using, we can fill, we can see the layout, we can see the design. Rest of the layers আমরা দেখতে পাই না. All the layers are in abstract in form. Abstraction forme দেওয়া থাকে প্রত্যেকটা layer. But all the layer must work its own property. All the layer must work its own job, must do its own job. Otherwise, email cannot be successfully transferred from your device to your friend's device. Application layer আমরা কিভাবে দেখতে পাই? যখন জিমেইলটা খুললাম, জিমেইলে যে উইন্ডোটা আসলো, যেখানে তোমার ইনবক্স থাকে, then create message option থাকে, so every option is there, and that is actually part of the application layer. Whatever GUI you are going to see in your Windows, in your Gmail server, that is actually the part of application layer. এই জন্য application layer টা আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, which is the abstraction before in between the user and all the other layers, application layer. আর physical layer কোনটা? এই যে আমরা ওয়্যার গুলো দেখছি, ইন্টারনেটের যে কানেকশনটা দেখছি আমরা, these all are part of the physical layer. বুঝতে পারলে? Do you understand? And rest of the layer is abstract in nature. We couldn't see it, but though all these layers are present and do their own task. Otherwise, data communication or data transmission is not possible. If anyone has any question, any doubt, you can ask me. Is it clearly understood by you? Anyone has any doubt, any question?
No, sir.
Everything is crystal clear? এইটুকুই শুধু মনে রাখবে, এর বেশি কিছু মনে রাখার দরকার নেই, because you are now in a computer fundamental, so you don't need to know more than this. Okay, but পরীক্ষা কিন্তু আসে OSI layer, তার নামগুলো during the exam the question will come, so that's why you have to remember. Please maintain the order of all the layers. Do not create your own orders. নিজেদের order create করা মানে you are doing a wrong thing. Your OSI model will not work properly if you are creating your own orders. In which orders I have already shown you, the layers should be organized. The same order you have to maintain, you have to follow throughout. Okay. Now comes into the next discussion. The network models, I think everyone's clear. Now we will come into a discussion of three kind of topics are there. One is internet, intranet, and extranet. These three kinds of networks are available, okay, which are using in our day-to-day life in various organizations. These three kinds of networks are using. So you have to know about the broad idea about this network. Internet is, all of you know about the internet. Why? Because I have already discussed the WAN, wide area network, which will support the WWW, World Wide Web. And internet is nothing but a network of networks. If anyone is ask you to define the internet, you will define the internet as network of networks. Network of networks. So internet is nothing but a network of networks. Okay, অনেকগুলো network collections. Okay, internet is nothing but a collection of multiple networks. So that's why it's called network of networks, right? Now, just try to understand the differences between internet, intranet. This is intranet. This is not internet. This is intranet. And the second one is extranet. Second one is extranet. Okay. Extranet. So what is the difference between them? Just read down the definition of the intranet. And the intranet is a private computer network that uses internet protocols, network connectivity, and possibly the public telecommunication system to securely share part of an organization's information or operation with its employees. Okay. Do you have any idea that your family members are generally working under various multinational companies? I hope so. All of you are familiarized with this kind of environment, because several of your family members may working in multinational companies like IBM, TCS, CTS, right? So you will see that if they are taking leave for a particular day from their company, or taking a casual leave or any other kind of leave, and if they are doing their job work from home basis, right now it is very rare. Okay, it is very easy to see, it's very frequent to see because of this COVID nature. Okay, because of this COVID situation. So while they are working from their home, they have been given from their company a particular username and password of their domain. Have you seen this thing? What I'm explaining right now? Anyone has seen this thing? That given a username and password from the company for doing a job at their home for the international companies? Give me a response. Have you seen this thing? তোমরা কি দেখেছো?
স্যার দেখেছি, আমার দাদাকে দেখেছি স্যার।
Yes. So ওরা কেন পাবলিক নেটওয়ার্ক, ওরা তো ইন্টারনেট ইউজ করছে, তো জেনারেল ওয়েতে ওরা কোম্পানির কাজটা কেন করতে পারবে না? Why they couldn't use their own Gmail to do the company's job? Because the data which has been transferred in between the employees of the company and the company's server, all the data are very secure, because this is a competitive market. TCS ki project korche, if CTS will know about it, then CTS will give a less tender, fill up the less tender, and to grab the project very easily more compared to TCS. Okay, and then TCS will face the loss of a billion trillions of dollars in terms of revenue. So সেই প্রবলেমটাকে ওভারকাম করার জন্য this kind of intranet concept has been introduced. Am I clear to everyone? So it is nothing but a private computer network. Why it is called private computer network? While you are using your public network, that means তুমি backend এ তোমার ইন্টারনেটটাই কাজ করছে, but it is working like a private network. While you will connect with the help of username and password, while your system connect with the server of your TCS or of your international companies, then you are already entered into the private network of the TCS, and that private network is called intranet. Understood? Anyone has any doubt?
No sir.
Is it clear to everyone? What about the others? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
If you have
Yes,
any
sir.
doubt, you can ask me. So this is only secure, or this is only securely shareable in between the organizations and the employees of the organizations. Okay, তুমি আমি কিন্তু ইউজ করতে পারবো না if you are not part of that organization. We cannot use it. Okay, এবং it's a very strictly should be maintained that employee should not hand over his own username and password to anyone else. It is only dedicated to that particular employees. কোনো ভাবে যদি হ্যান্ড ওভার করে দেওয়া হয় তোমার username password, then that guy will face some legal issues, এবং তার এগেইনস্টে পুলিশ কেসে হতে পারে। তুমি যে বলছিলে যার দাদা কোম্পানিতে কাজ করে, তুমি তোমার দাদার পাসওয়ার্ড ইউজারনেমটা চেয়ে দেখো তো TCS এ দেয় কিনা। ওকে, clear? Are you clear? Everyone clear?
Yes sir.
So these are the various protocols which has been used frequently in the intranet. These protocols I have already discussed, HTTP and SMTP. These two protocols I have already discussed. FTP is the new one. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. While you are transferring file from one machine to another machine, okay, through the intranet or internet, this FTP is doing its job, File Transfer Protocol. And remember, all the three protocols are part of the application layer. Application layer protocol এর মধ্যে পড়ে কিন্তু এই তিনটে প্রোটোকলই। Okay. Now, what is the advantages of the intranet? Intranets help employee to quickly locate information and applications relevant to their roles and responsibility. Obviously, they will find only those informations from their companies through the intranet, that what is their roles, what is their jobs regarding that project. Only that thing they will find. They don't need to find any other thing. Okay. Standard interface allowing access from anywhere you can access it through the intranet, can serve as a powerful tool for communication with an organization. both vertically and horizontally, permits information to be published. Okay, so these are the advantages of intranet. Now the next one is extranet. Extranet is very much similar to the intranet. It's also a private network. It is also a private network that uses internet protocols, network connectivity, and possibly the public communication system. The same, just the same definition like an intranet. Okay, internet also uses public network connectivity, internet protocols, okay, for their communication. But extranet is generally communicated among the various suppliers, partners, customers, and other businesses of an organization. Like a banking software. So as a customer, I mean online banking use korche mane ki ami ki use korche? I am using extranet because as a customer I am using the bank informations. I am checking my own information and transferring money within a bank site. So that's why they have given me a special username and password, a secure username and password, which I should not distribute to anyone else, should not show to anyone else. Okay, so that entire thing is called extranet and can be viewed as a part of company's intranet that is extended to user outside the company. মানে ইন্টারনেট is much more secure, যেটা শুধুমাত্র এমপ্লয়িরা ইউজ করবে. Internet is used only by the employees, whereas extranet can be used by a user outside the company, but the user should be related with that company. They have some relationship with that company. Outside রাস্তায় যে কেউ হেঁটে চলে যাচ্ছে তাকে ইউজ করতে দেবে না extranet. Okay, extranet should be used by the customers or the businesses who are dealing some businesses, the business partners of that company. They can use the extranet. Do you understand? Can you make the differentiate between intranet and extranet? Who has problem? Do you have anyone has any doubt? You can ask me. Do you understand it? বুঝতে পারছো প্রত্যেকে? What about the others? So this is all about intranet and extranet. Okay, so the advantage of extranet can improve organization's productivity, allows information to be viewed at times convenient for external users, cuts down on meeting times, information can be updated instantly, can improve relationship with the customers. Okay, obviously as a banking at a bank jodi ami use korte chai, suppose I want to use the internet service of a bank, and if it is not given me the service, obviously the customer relationship with the bank will be bad. Okay, will be loose. So we have to maintain the relationship with the customers, and it can do that with the help of the extranet. Okay, but internet is more secure than extranet. Please remember it. Now this is all about internet, extranet. Now I am going to discuss about firewalls. Okay, and before firewalls, I want to discuss about computer viruses, right? Computer viruses. Anyone has any question until now? কারো কোনো question আছে?
I have a question regarding the semester exam.
Exam?
हाँ sir.
Okay, end of the class करो question, ठीक है? Class खत्म होने के बाद करो.
Okay sir.
Okay. Anyone has any question regarding the topics which I discussed today? Which I have discussed today? Now computer virus. Can anyone tell me what is computer virus? Any one of you? What is computer virus? What do you understand by computer virus? Tell me. What is computer virus? Any one of you? সব সময় তো করো যে এই ভাইরাস লেগেছে, এই ভাইরাস হয়েছে, that virus will damage my system. What is computer virus? What do you think? No one. Okay, tell me whether computer virus is a hardware or software. Whether computer virus is a hardware or software. Why software?
Software.
Why?
It's
Sir, because it is a kind of program.
One second.
It's a man-made
One at a time.
program.
One at a time. Bolo.
Sir, it's a man-made programming.
Man-made programming. Okay. Anyone else? आके बोलছো বলো এক্ষুনি কি একজন বলছিলে So computer virus is a software. It's a man-made programming. Very good. Programming can be done. Okay. Suppose while you will start up your system, while you will put on the power switch of your system, I already told that while you will start your system, the boot ROM will be activated, because within the boot ROM, the operating system execution file will be stored. Right? Operating system execution file will be stored. That I already discussed. Why I have discussed about the operating system. So the boot RAM will be initiated, will be called, and whatever files has been stored within the boot RAM operating system file, that will be also initiated, that will be also called, and that will be loaded into the current memory of your system, that is RAM. From the boot ROM, it will be loaded into RAM, and load hard port, then you will see that Windows 7 or Windows XP or Windows 10, this sort of things. Okay. Now, while this file is loading, means at the back end, within that file, a set of instruction has been executed, right? Tobi to load hocche. A set of instruction has been already coded by the programmer who has developed the operating system, and that will be loaded into the boot ROM and executed properly into the RAM. Okay, for the current execution. Now, while it is executed, instruction execute করছে, a bad programmer, or you can say a virus, a computer virus, which you have already told is a man-made program, has written us extra lines of code in between before ending the instruction of this operating system during the loading. So loading hard poriborte extra lines of code. What is the job of that extra lines of code? It will make your system, it will push your system to the infinite loop. Infinite loop মানে একটা black screen দিয়ে তোমাকে stop করে দেবে, and that will be infinite means it's never ending loop. That black screen টা আসতেই থাকবে তোমার কাছে. It's never ending process or never ending loop. So operating system is loaded very correctly, but before the end of the loading of the operating system, it will enter into a infinite loop of the black screen. Why? Because some extra malicious or unuseful or unnecessary lines of code has been written inside the operating system forcefully. The viruses which will actually attack your boot ROM to disrupt the services, the normal services of an operating system, those viruses are very strong in nature. Because operating system boot ROM is little bit secure compared to your general program. It's more secure, and those viruses are very strong, which can enter or penetrate the boot ROM and enter into the exe file of the operating system while it is loading. Okay, is it clear to everyone? So what is computer virus? In technical term, a computer virus is a computer program which replicates itself and designed in such a way to damage your computer, can steal your information like credit card, bank details, your Facebook or Gmail password, or can provide backdoor unauthorized access to the hackers. আমি কিছু গল্প বলবো আজকে while I am telling you some stories regarding these viruses, some very interesting stories. Okay, rest of the things I think you can learn by yourself. Okay. So a computer virus is an executable programs. আমি এক্ষুনি বললাম কি যে অপারেটিং সিস্টেমের exe ফাইলটাকে it will damage. So it's an executable program, right? And depend on the nature of a virus, it may cause damage of your hard disk contents. Hard disk কেও damage করতে পারে, and those viruses are very strong, which will working on your hardware. Okay, two kind of viruses. One is working on the software, another one is working on the hardware. Software working is virus is is less complex, but the viruses which is working on a hardware damage your hardware. It's a more strong viruses. Okay, and interfere normal operations of your computer. Have you ever heard the term phishing? Phishing শুনেছো কোনদিন? PHISING, phishing. Phishing means not fishing, not catching,
Yes, sir, heard.
not catching fish. Phishing means phishing. PHISING, not FISHING. Okay. What is phishing? দেখি কেউ বলতে পারবে? What is phishing? What is phishing?
Sir, it's a kind of fraud.
So cybercrime.
Yes, cybercrime, fraud. Anyone else? I would like to know in more detail. What is phishing?
Sir,
How to
actually,
very simple words.
স্যার ওটাকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কি করে যে কোন একটা পার্টিকুলার ওয়েবসাইট কে ফেক মতন ওটাকে ডিজাইন করে তারপরে
Right.
ওটাকে পাবলিশ করার পর ওটাতে মানে যদি কেউ কাস্টমার বা কেউ একজন হলে যদি ডিটেইলস দিয়ে দেয় তো ওর কাছে সব ডিটেইলস গুলো চলে যায়।
Very good, very good. That is phishing. That means they have generated a fake website. Suppose SBI একটা fake website আমি বানিয়ে দিলাম. Okay, that connected instead of SBI server, it is connected with my own server. Backend আমার সার্ভারটা চলছে, আমার বাড়িতে যে মেশিনটা চলছে সেটাকে আমি সার্ভার বানিয়ে নিলাম. So it is instead of connecting the actual SBI server, it is connected with my server. এবং তোমাদের যাতে কাস্টমার যেগুলো আছে তার ডেটাবেসটা আমি জোগাড় করলাম, সেটা যে ইজি ভাবে জোগাড় করা যায়। ডেটাবেস যে কোনো একটা ব্যাংকিং এমপ্লয়িকে ধরলেই সেই ডেটাবেসে জোগাড় করা যায়, তাদের মেল আইডি গুলো জোগাড় করা যায়। and I am sending that the URL of my fake website, okay, into your mail IDs or into your mobile numbers as a SMS. এবং বললাম যে আপনারা তাড়াতাড়ি আপনার ইউজার নেম পাসওয়ার্ড দিয়ে এন্ট্রি করুন, এই প্রবলেম হচ্ছে, you are going to face this kind of problems and you have to rectify it very soon if you want to continue with the bank services. তোমরা সবাই টেনশনে পড়ে ঝটপট সেই ইউআরএলটাকে ক্লিক করে ইউজার নেম পাসওয়ার্ড দিয়ে একেবারে ঢুকে বসে থাকলে সেই ইউজার নেম পাসওয়ার্ড গুলো কিন্তু is not going into the SBI actual server, it is going into my local server. আমার কাছে সুন্দর তোমাদের নাম, তোমাদের লগইন টাইম এবং তোমাদের ইউজার নেম পাসওয়ার্ড গুলো উঠে আসছে। যতক্ষণে তোমরা ধরবে that you are fished by some fake website, ততক্ষণে আমি তোমার ইউজার নেম পাসওয়ার্ড এন্ট্রি করে তোমার ব্যাংকের অ্যাকাউন্ট খালি করে দেবো। রাইট, this is called phishing. Okay, this is called phishing. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Is it clear to everyone?
আর স্যার বুঝবো কি করে যে ফিশিং হচ্ছে?
বোঝার উপায় হচ্ছে, প্রথম উপায় হচ্ছে HTTPS টা তোমাকে দেখতে হবে। প্রথম দিন বলেছিলাম HTTP দিয়ে যে সাইটগুলো আছে, those are mostly fake sites. Okay, mostly, not all, but mostly. এই জন্য সিকিউর সাইটের জন্য HTTPS টা আমাদের দেখতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? এবং ব্যাংকিং ওয়েবসাইটটা তোমাদের একদম মানে তুমি বুঝতে পারবে যে একই ব্যাংকের অনেকগুলো ওয়েবসাইট থাকে, কোন ওয়েবসাইট ফেক ওয়েবসাইট, মানে বোঝাটা একটু ডিফিকাল্ট। স্টার্টিং যখন তুমি করছো একটু তোমাকে যেটা বুঝতে হবে যে কোন জায়গাটা তোমাদের প্রপার ওয়েবসাইট আছে কোনটা নয়। ওকে, একটা ওয়ে তোমাদের বলে দিলাম যে HTTPS টা তোমাদের দেখতে হবে যে HTTP প্রোটোকলটার পাশে এস টা লেখা আছে কিনা, সিকিউরিটি আছে কিনা। ওকে
স্যার,
okay, how do virus come to the computer? Torrent file, number one. Number two, downloading programs from unsecure websites. Okay, that is the second process. Third way of entering computer virus, executable files having an extension of .com and .exe. এই .exe .com এর সাথে প্রচুর ভাইরাস ঢোকে, মানে ভাইরাস ফাইলগুলো এক্সটেনশন জেনারেলি .com and .exe দিয়ে বেশিরভাগ হয়। Right, most of the virus files has been ended with .exe and .com, so handle করবে very securely. Crack files and serial key generators দিয়ে ভাইরাস ঢোকে, and the last one is email and USB দিয়ে। USB means তোমার পেন ড্রাইভ দিয়ে প্রচুর ভাইরাস ঢুকতে পারে। Right, what are the symptoms of virus infection? It can slow the response of your machine. Okay, it will decrease the speed of your machine, it will occupy most of your memory, so random hardware crashes, randomly it will crash some hardware. Okay, it will create some sort of hardware failures. extensive pop-up ads are coming. মানে যখনই তুমি ইন্টারনেট খুলবে চারিদিকে শুধু পপ-আপ অ্যাডস থাকবে, একের পর এক পপ-আপ ঢুকতে থাকবে, and it's very difficult for you to work due to that overloaded pop-ups. And last one is error message. মাঝে মাঝে কোনো process তুমি খুলতে গেলে it will create an error message instead of opening that process. This meeting session will be ended within 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes if all of you please log in into the same link, okay, to continue. So these are the symptoms of virus infections, okay. Now types of viruses. These are the various types of viruses, okay. কিছু কিছু ভাইরাস আমি ডিসকাসিং করব, rest of the virus you will learn by yourself, okay. There are several viruses are available, right? Acha, can anyone tell me what is the difference between virus and worms? Worms term ta শুনেছো? Worms is also a part of this kind of infectious files, okay. It can also infect your system. The worms can also infect the files, okay. So can anyone tell me the difference between virus and worms? Virus and worms, the major difference.
बहुत dangerous होता अगर वो
Yes. Tell me, repeat again.
सर worms बहुत dangerous होता अगर वो सर worms बहुत dangerous होता अगर वो किसी पार्ट पे अगर एंटर कर गया तो वो पूरा पार्ट निकालना पड़ता है.
Difference क्या है? What is the difference between worms and virus?
Sir, virus can remove, but वो
yes. You are little bit, yes. You are little bit correct.
Sir, virus are activated by the host, but worms are self-replicating.
Right. That is the major difference between virus and worms. The virus is needs a human intervention to start. মানে তুমি যতক্ষণ না ভাইরাসকে when you are not going to click on the virus files, or you are not going to force the virus to open, until that amount of time the virus will not create any impact on your machine. So virus file ta sara জীবন infinite time এর জন্য তো মেশিনে পড়ে থাকবে. If you are not even going to touch it, it will not create any sort of impact on your machine, okay, any sort of problem on your machine. But worms can replicate itself. Worms can create its own copy multiple amount of times, whether it doesn't require any sort of human intervention. তুমি click করো না করো doesn't matter. If worms enter